Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome back to another episode of Face to Face. My name is Josh. I'll be your guys' host for today. Today we've got a special topic. We are going to be talking about social media. Now, you guys, I'm sure everybody here watching uses social media. We've got Instagram, Path, Facebook, Twitter, so many now different places where we can express ourselves. We can upload photos, tweet little messages, connect with people. And again, social media is such a great tool, but also it can be used for a negative purpose. But today we're going to talk about just social media in general and how it can be beneficial for our future. So today, our guest is Mr. William Grinaldi. Hey man, how are you? Good to see you, William. Thanks so much for being back on the show. Last time we talked about thesis. By the way, my thesis is on progress. Another topic, another time. Anyways, William, before we get started, can you just reintroduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, hello viewers, smart viewers. I'm William Grinaldi. I'm currently just got promoted to be the marketing coordinator of Venus TV. Previously, we discussed about my role as social media specialist right now, but because I just got promoted, so yeah, I maintain more, not just social media, but also like another aspect of marketing, like event coordination or. And also about negotiation, collaborations,
Wow,
so
congratulations on the
promotion. There's a whole other aspects that I have to manage to.
That's cool. So today, I guess we'll just tap back into your social media during your time there. How long were you the social media specialist here?
Yeah. Well, this for Venus TV, we've just more focused on social media, like in around circa like 2013.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know, like something about 3 to
4 years.
3 to 4 years. Something
okay,
like
no, that's good. And
yeah.
like I said, one of the things I think is great about so you manage the social media accounts. We have a Facebook, there's a YouTube channel, there's an Instagram account, and Instagram you post.
Don't forget Twitter.
Yeah, you have Twitter as well.
Yeah.
And so again, all the different media it caters to different audiences. And with Instagram, you are posting every day, and you just keep posting, and that's really good because an active account, you get a lot of followers, and you're tagging people.
Like real followers.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not buying followers, real followers, and people are commenting and liking. On the YouTube channel, we upload all these shows onto the YouTube channel, and we also do live streaming as well.
Yes.
And then Twitter, you're tweeting out the information, tagging everybody. Facebook, you're posting this information. So yeah, a lot of things.
There's a lot of
you are doing a lot, man. So now since you're promoted to the marketing, you're doing even more. Outside of the digital realm, you said events.
It's about events and also about collaboration.
Okay, so let's talk about social media in general real quick. So tell me, how did you? What did you do? What did you do as? I mean, obviously there's a strategy. It's not just I'm gonna have the account and post things, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell me about the strategy a bit of how you manage the social media?
Well, I like to think about it like social media is like a platform to, give information about what we are doing, because maybe like people don't know what we're doing, like they just see it on our live streams, but to be informed about our activities, that I like to think that social media is a platform to give informations. And the difference maybe like for Indonesia, maybe like the Instagram is now trending, not on Twitter, but I like to keep managing all those kind of platforms. Twitter also simultaneously on Instagram and Facebook, because they have their own specific like viewers, or like followers. Like for instance, Instagram is more on the visuals, and Twitter is more on what you say. So like for Instagram, you can just like post photos every like 5 minutes. People would get so boring. But in Twitter, you can post your like detailed activities. Like maybe, for example, if this shows has several segments, then I can post like several segments into more on the microblogging like text. But each social media has kind of like these specific types, so I like to be more adapting to that.
Okay, no, that's good. Yeah, different segment, different social media,
behavior,
different audiences. So you said you're using social media as a platform to spread information. What kind of information does Venus TV, do you have? What kind of information do you guys hope to spread?
For the major thing is to spread awareness. Like for social media, I think the main purpose of it is for awareness. So you know, posting about activities like what programs we recommend to watch today, or kind of like, you know, the post videos or photos, you know, to get people engaged to our broadcast.
So it's about the programs on Minus TV. There's a lot of them. We have programs on music. There's like how-to programs,
tutorials. And we have all kind of different various segments. You know. We have music and movie reviews or game reviews. Like there's a whole lot of spectrum you you can gain. By
and that's really
our content.
Right. And through I think that's really great that with a touch of a button you can just spread this information to hundreds, thousands of people in such an instant, right? I mean, that's a scary thing. Like, what do you think about that power, that responsibility? That's such a large responsibility. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like for YouTube, you know, our viewers is not just for Indonesian viewers, so it's like an international eyes looking at your content. So like I get various comments, you know, like from not just Indonesians, but like our content are being watched by, you know, other countries, or just by looking at Google, like Google Analytics. Our streaming also has been viewed by, you know, had been viewed by other people outside of Indonesia.
Well, that's awesome. So we're gonna shout out to all the people watching all over the world. Thanks for watching our programs. That's cool, man. So obviously, so this is okay. So social media, it can just be one way. You can just post things. But if I'm understanding, you say you get comments from people. So it's a two-way communication. Tell me about the benefits of that two-way communication with social media.
Yeah, it's like more upgraded than conventional media. You know, conventional media tend to give it like just one way. You know, maybe, you know, a little bit interactivity through like quizzes or, you know, interactive telephones. But in social media, you get responses like every bit of a second. Like it can be, you know, easily just by an instant, like in seconds, you get comments. And for example, like maybe, you know, for our movie review programs, you know, we release this quiz like every episode, and just by like I'm tweeting the questions, and also I gain like a lot of responses just by a minute. You know, like you know, our followers just answering our questions. You know, like in a matter of a minute, like I get like couples of, you know, response tweets.
That's cool, man. So that's really cool that people are interacting with the social media. Anyways, let's talk a bit more about social media and just how the impact it has on the future. Okay, we'll do that right after the break. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, welcome back to Face to Face. Josh here with William. We're talking about social media. Earlier we were talking a bit about just general social media. How does it work, and how you're using it, how BNews TV is using it to spread information. But now I really want to talk about your perspective on the impact of social media, because I mean, we've got, I think I can safely say, billions, at least 1 billion users of social media. Right, and some people have multiple accounts, right? Multiple
accounts on multiple
platforms. I'm just to be honest with you. I have 3 different accounts on my Instagram. Right, one's a business, one's a personal one. So like, it's so crazy how we can have these different we can have these different lives
different
that people
persona, different avatar.
Now, that's all fun and games, but like to someone else that might be deceiving, right? Social media can be a very deceiving tool. We've got people posting. You know, and we trace it back to traditional media of magazines. You know, people are seeing photos of women airbrushed and photoshopped. But social media can also do the same thing. We can be basic people posting things that aren't really reality, right? Tell me about that. Tell me about the impact of that. How this generation is just really getting a false perception of people on social media.
Yeah, you see what's interesting about social media is that the elements of gatekeeping is now, slowly disappearing. Like back in the day when, the conventional media, like a mass media, magazines, as you mentioned before, or TV, has their own kind of gatekeeping system. So before spreading information, they'll have like a team.
Yeah.
Try to supervise the contents before it's being aired, because the impact is massive.
Right.
And these days, nowadays, like the role is gone. So the importance of keeping yourself more, increasing your knowledge about how important is the impact of social media is important. So it's going back to the personal. So everyone has to be informed about the negative impact and also positive impact of social media. So back on yourself, like how you have to control and how you see yourself. Like think about it as a mirror. Social media is like how you portray is is going to be seen all over the world.
Right, you have to think about that. You have to think it's not like your photos, your posts
are you think of it
all over the world. Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure you're posting the right things. A few weeks ago, we talked with Viola Vallis, Miss Internet Indonesia, and she was talking about positivity and how to. It really just starts with yourself. Right now, what's been happening is the hoax, false information. People are spreading very quickly on WhatsApp groups,
and they seem to believe it. They instantly believe it.
Right.
It's more on your. So the important thing is like you need to think about it moreover.
Yeah. It's not. Don't just easily post or Snapchat or tweet something, because it could be something negative. Maybe a
You're
joke.
responsible for your own content.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you said. I mean, before they had people watching. Now, there's just one click. You're one click away from something really, really bad happening. Right. So you have to be careful. People. So again, we talked about the hoax. We talked about like how people are spreading the false information. So the way to stop that, you say, is obviously, I think me and Viola talked about how you just like be careful. Be careful what you spread. Don't just easily spread, retweet things. Don't easily just repost things, because it's really harmful for other people if it's not true.
You have to think about it twice or 3 times. About the impact of what you're posting.
Right. And also, again, it's not just going to impact you now, but also the future. Because what you post now, it's on the net. It's on there forever. Right? We can trace things back years ago, and it's somewhere on a server in this world. So be careful what you're sending and what you're posting. What about for the future? How do you think we can really make a good impact in social media? How can we change these negative, we've talked about cyberbullying before and these hoaxes. So like, how can we as this generation really make a good impact for the future?
Well, I think that we need to be informed. Like, we need to inform each other. Research more about the role of social media, what it is about, and get yourself more gain knowledge about the impact of social media. And I just like, have you ever watched the serial Catfish? Or
I've not.
Yeah, it's the term catfish is like it's people pretending to be someone else when in the social media. So gain more insights by watching more sources about social media, and I think based on what you gain, like the more information you have, the more cases, whether it's good or bad, the more informed you're gonna be responsible. And but just by tips, maybe you can stay away from your phone just by like taking a break or something. Yeah, not just concentrating more. I mean, like harshly, like get a life.
Did y'all hear that? Mr. William just said, "Get a life, people. Don't just stay on your phones." Because sometimes even I find myself, just,
because this is the real
I'm just scrolling, and my friend's like, "Josh, what are you doing?" Like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm just scrolling." Why are you scrolling? Like, be with people in the moment. I think that's really important. So I think that's a really great message for you guys that are watching. Like, sometimes you need to just take a social media break, because if you're scrolling, that really, you just don't know. It's putting
like adding more distractions.
Right.
Like,
Yep. Even subconsciously, it's just in your mind. It's like, oh my gosh, all these people are having amazing lives on vacation, but obviously that's just a highlight reel, right?
Yeah.
It's not really reality.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, just be.
It's like what they want people to to see. It's
So,
what the people
yeah.
want
So
to
be
see.
smart about it.
Yep.
Don't just repost things easily, especially if it's news. Be careful if it's news. Really be able to use social media in a positive way. Just like we talked about a few weeks ago, spreading internet positivity. Same thing through social media. Use it in a positive way that can be an impact for the future.
Yep.
And I think, and you as a digital coordinator, like you're smart about it. You have to plan things out. It's not just, even though it's so easy as a click, you have to really plan things out, even on a.
There are specific strategy and schedule also, and if you're talking about like I'm posting as as the representation of Venus TV, so it's more on the like corporate or brand purpose, like branding,
Okay, cool. So. Hope you guys listen to that. Get a life is what William said. We're going to come back after the break for a little bit, all right? Take care. Hey guys, welcome back to Face to Face. Before we continue, I just want to, as we're talking about social media, I want to do an Instagram story, if that's okay with you guys. Hey guys, Josh here on Face to Face with William. Hi team. We're talking about social media. Make sure you guys tune in to www.binus.tv here, Face to Face. All right, that's it. I want to post that later. Anyways, before we continue more about social media, let's just play a real quick game. I just want to ask you a few questions. Is that okay, William? That's good. All right. Are you ready for this? A little quiz time, pop quiz. That's what happens on my show. We have fun games, in a way. So I got 5 questions. You just answer the first one.
Okay.
Which of these animals has an eye bigger than its brain? Is it A, an ostrich, B, a blue whale, or C, a ring-tailed lemur? Ostrich, blue whale, or lemur?
Is it a blue whale?
A blue whale. That is not correct.
Oh, okay.
One more try.
Lemur?
It is not a lemur. It's actually an ostrich. And the big bird.
Oh,
It's got a brain. Oh, this small eyeball. Anyways, crazy. All right, second question. Besides apes, what is the only other animal that will laugh when tickled? Is it a dolphin, a cockatiel, or a rat?
A cockatiel.
It is not a cockatiel. Another try. Dolphin or rat?
Is it dolphin?
No.
No. Okay.
Rats, I guess, laugh when they get tickled. Fun fact of the day, people. Third question. What animals communicate with each other using a complex series of body movements known as the waggle dance? Is it the birds of paradise, bees, or seahorses?
Seahorses.
It is not seahorses. Bees or birds of paradise?
Is it a bird of paradise?
It is not the bird of paradise. It's bees. Bees, they have little special movements. Okay, number 4. He's not doing very well in this game, guys.
Yeah,
J. Fred Muggs was the
animals.
mascot and co-host. J. Fred Muggs was the mascot and co-host of the Today Show in the 50s. What type of animal was he? Was he a bulldog, a peacock, or a chimpanzee?
Is it a chimpanzee?
It is a chimpanzee. Back in the 50s. All right, good. And last question, not multiple choice. The Queen Elizabeth, His Royal Highness, roughly how many pet corgis do you think she has? Do you think she has had during her reign?
I don't know.
She always carries around, she always walks around with corgis. How many do you think she's had in her over 65 years reign, I think?
50.
50. All right, that's a good guess. That's I mean, she does have a lot. Actually, it's 38. Fun fact of the day.
It's more.
She's had 38 corgis. All right. Anyways, fun facts for you guys at home. Let's keep going. Yeah, animals. The ostrich has a brain. No. Anyways, so social media. You are again you're over marketing. You're in charge of the social media here, which is great. Make sure you guys check it out at Binus TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Really great, and so great that we post the YouTube all the shows here onto YouTube because now people can always watch it. So make sure you guys check that out. Subscribe, like. Here's the promotion. Love it.
Yeah.
I think so. Social media has really boomed in the past 10 years. Yeah. Right. I remember 15 years ago I had a MySpace. Remember the MySpace page? MySpace was good. And now that that was so cool. Now we have like 10 or whatever WhatsApp line. Where do you think it's gonna go? We have communication. We have the sharing. Yeah. Where do you think it's gonna go in the next 10 years?
Well, I think like as the social media begins to emerge and try to add seconds by seconds more brands, I think that people tend to stay on reliable kind of social media. Like if you think about it, like there are more than what we usually use. Like there are more than Facebook or Instagrams. There like Reddit or other brands. So I think it depends on the features and also interactivity of each social media has. So I think like for what like Facebook or Instagrams, they tend to stay. I think they kind of like maybe add more features to it, and people will still be interacting with social media more often, I think. And I think like the conventional and the digital like is beginning to diffuse. I think it depends on what personal use or for corporate use. Try to maintain like that, I think.
Okay, so it'll be around. You think it'll be around, and then it'll be more interactive and interaction within the different platforms.
Yep.
And if we're smart, I think what you're saying is don't just use it for personal posting your food. Don't just take pictures of your food, but really, you can really turn it into something that's beneficial for you.
Like
turn
for
into
nowadays,
business.
like back in 15 years ago, there is no travel blogger or there is no food blogging.
Yeah, don't just take photos of your food. You can actually do something with it. You can make money off of it.
Yeah, there are various new jobs in the future.
Yeah.
Thanks to social media.
Thanks to social media. So really, you just adapt, right? In this digital world, you just gotta adapt. You gotta keep growing and keep learning, like you said earlier. Really stay informed. All right, William, thanks so much for being here with us today, man. And guys, viewers, again, don't always be on social media, even though it's a good tool. Like Mr. William said, take a break, get a life, and really change your perception of it. It's not just for games and fun. Be smart about it, and you can use it for your advantage. You can use it for your benefit. Make sure you have a good impact now and for the future. Guys, my name is Josh. Thanks so much for watching Face to Face. Again, make sure you follow B News TV social media, www.bnewstv, the website. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram and Twitter, and the YouTube page. You can watch all our episodes on YouTube. We upload them every day, almost every day. Instagram, almost every day. And make sure you guys click like, comment, send us some comments. Mr. William might respond to you himself. And you can follow me too, at Josh the Magic Man. Oh, shout out, no problem. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching Face to Face. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.